Hey everybody, I'm Chris and I'm the founder of Luki Bike Adventures, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Still working on a bike, but this time I'm working on my bike. This is Toxic Shock, my mountain bike that I really like. It's actually the first real bike I ever had, and nothing's wrong with it, but I've been working on more like jumps and manuals and wheelies and bunny hops and things like that, and just spending a lot more time on this bike as opposed to my cruiser bike or whatever. And it's not super comfortable. I have an extremely short torso, like I'm all legs, and my my back often hurts. And so I wanted to get this a bit more comfortable and be able to reach a little bit better, and experimenting with my cockpit, how I get things laid out. And so I decided I want to do a couple of upgrades, and this is a great time because a lot of things are on sale right now, whether it's because it's National Bike Month still, only a couple days left on that, but PNW seems to be clearancing out some of their stuff. So I was able to get the range stem and handlebars at like half off. So these guys are supposed to make it much more comfortable. I guess the rise is 30 millimeters, and it's also swept back, and that's gonna, like I said, I've got the super short torso, and even though this bike is, I think it's a small, it might even be extra small, I can't remember, but it's a small bike, but I still feel like I'm leaning over a lot more than I want to be. So this is going to give me just a little bit more rise, a little bit more sweet backedness to, it's just going to shave off millimeters, but sometimes a few millimeters make a big difference. And this stem is, I think, 40 millimeters compared to, this is the stock one. I'm not sure how long it is, but this is shorter by, 10 millimeters or something like that, but it's not huge. But that, I think the two of them combined will make me a little bit more comfortable, and I think it'll also make it a little bit easier for me to, pop my front wheel up and things like that. I also got some new grips because these are looking a little rough. They're starting to feel a little gross. So, exact same ones. These are the Mark Grapple. I've had these for a few years. I actually buy these. I put them on all my bikes because they're really nice, and I get them off of Amazon, and they don't cost very much, but they're super comfortable, lasted years, but it just seems like now, especially since I'm getting a new handlebar, is a good time to do that. Additionally, I added a dropper post. This is a dropper post that was donated to us. We got 4 of these guys. It's by Raceface, and so far my bike is the only one that this guy fits on, and so I figured let's put it on there. This is the Raceface A-Effect. We've got 3 more, so ideally I will be able to at some point get some nicer mountain bikes for perhaps the kids who really take to it and maybe want to join some sort of team or go further with this. And then I can, hopefully use those 3 and add them on to some kids' bike. But that's not going to be happening anytime soon. We don't have the funding for that sort of thing. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. I also got a new water bottle cage. This is a side entry style, because just the geometry of this bike, it looks cool and all that. It's supposed to be good, but it does make accessories difficult. So I had some difficulty with the dropper post. It doesn't go around as far as I would like for it to, because of the bottle cage bolt openings, whatever, that's kind of blocking it. And a water bottle doesn't fit very well in here, so I had to get a side mount. And yeah, that's fine. But it looks cool, right? Got a nice shiny red rose. And I installed the dropper post lever here. So that's a PNW loam lever. So that's what we're doing today. And I already installed the dropper post. Didn't make a video of it. Started to, but I would have had to do some editing and whatnot. I didn't feel like doing all that because I had to stop and read directions quite a bit on this one. And so, yeah. But that's already done. And I left the cable really long because I knew I was getting new handlebars and I didn't want to cut anything that when I didn't know for sure what I was going to need. So let's see if we can do this in a reasonable amount of time. Just put this new stem on. So first things first, I'm going to remove this the old grips, and the bar end plugs are starting to fall apart as well. Not a big deal, you can replace those individually, but I don't know, just seemed like a good time to replace these grips. They're pretty worn by now. I think I actually never, oh no, I did tighten it back up. I had to remove it to put the dropper post on. Lever. There we go. Alright, there's that. And so now I'm going to remove the brake and shifter and dropper levers. Get all these guys off of here. And I've been experimenting a bit with placement. I've been working on getting my covering the brakes basically. And so I was trying to get these brake levers are not single finger style. And so they're a bit wide. I guess 2, maybe even 3. For sure 2. I guess it's a 2 finger maybe. So I wanted to use just 1 finger on there. So I've been trying to figure out how to place that exactly to make it easy and comfortable to grip. And also be able to get to the shifters easy. It's a bit of trial and error. There we go. And last one. Next thing I'll remove is, I guess, just, I don't have to separate the handlebars from the stem, I guess. I can just take the whole thing off. And so I've got just a strap here, because once I remove this, this is what's holding everything together. So once I take this off, it would all fall apart. So I've got this strap that's just kind of going around the fork down here, and that will keep everything from falling apart. So let's loosen this, pull that, loosen this side, pull that. And so that should, oh, not quite. That should be loose enough, actually. There you go. Now I'm going to loosen this top cap, I guess, and take that out. Pop right off, and my Velcro is holding everything in place nicely. So now here's the PNW one, and what's something that's kind of cool about this is it comes with a GoPro mount. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know if I'll use it or not actually, but I think it's cool that it's there. All right, and so I'm gonna have to move the these spacers around a little bit because you want, it's not gonna make any difference, right? I need an extra spacer, I guess. A really skinny one, ideally. Because you want to have some space here. Let's see. Let me loosen this a little bit. And this might be all we're doing today, as far as this goes. So when this is, here, let me get you closer so you can see what I'm saying, maybe. So, see this? Alright, there's the new one. Old one. I'll put that on here. There's a little bit of a gap there, and you know, honestly, it's not that much. It's only, geez, that's only like a millimeter or so. But you want to have some kind of gap there. Actually, maybe it might more than a millimeter. It's not much, but ideally, you might want to have a little bit more than that. But you want to have some room so that when you put your cap on, it has room to compress down on here. So you don't want that to be completely flush. However, when I put the new one on, naturally, and I should have thought this through a bit more, it's actually above, so it's actually too high. So I am going to need another spacer down here, or some kind of rearrangement of them, even if I go like that. And then, you know, something. Although that's going to bring and put another, you know, something. I have to move this around with different spacers, some kind of way to make this work. So that's going to, which will also affect the height and everything. I know I have more spacers around here someplace, but I don't know where. Should we stop here, or should we just keep going and come back to this later? Now that part's kind of weird. You can see this. And then kind of a, that's definitely not right. It seems kind of weird to me, but I guess it's fine. I guess. Well, let's just continue on just to see how things go, and if there's any more issues that I run into, then at least tomorrow I will know what I need to get from the store, right? I'll know what I need to order. So I'm just gonna loosen these guys up here. I think the GoPro mount idea is pretty cool. You know what, I'm gonna put this on just tight enough to kind of keep things from falling apart too much on me. Yeah, good enough. All right. Is the right one? Yeah. I think the GoPro mount idea is pretty cool. I don't know if I'll actually use it. I do have a GoPro. But for one, I don't really have a good way to connect it to the internet to upload the videos to YouTube. So that kind of hinders me from using it. But also, when I watch the videos of people like the first person riding views, I do like being able to see the handlebars move. I don't know, it kind of gives me just like a, I'm not sure how to describe it exactly, but kind of just like a kind of a centering type of thing. Gives me a better idea of like where I am in the universe, I guess. I don't know. Kind of like when you're playing like a first-person shooter, you can always see the guy's hand. Even if you don't have a weapon in your hand, you see his empty hand. He's just like holding it up some kind of weird way. I kind of feel like the handlebars are kind of like that. Now I imagine you would be able to still see the what do you call it? The tire. So maybe that would be enough of a anchor to the world, I guess, to see where you are. I don't know. There's something I've been thinking about. It is removable. I'm going to leave it on for right now, but you can remove that pretty easily. I think it's just a screw on the back. Take it off. I'm not going to put this on real tight because I'm going to be moving it around. You know, it's just snug enough to kind of see what's happening here. So, you know, that's actually snugger than I wanted it to be. So let me just loosen it a little bit more. A little bit more. I don't want to scratch it up, so I want it to move quite freely if I can. And so we've got some indicators in there, so you can see the little tree, and there's a line, so you can make sure you get things centered just right. I mean, I know that I want it to be centered, but I don't know what angle I really want this to, where I want it to live. So let's just tighten, I guess maybe 2 of these. So it's not, so I can still easily move it. Now these bars are quite a bit wider than my old bars. What's nice about these is it does have these lines on here to show you where to cut, basically. But I'm not going to be cutting anything just yet. I want to make sure that these are going to work for me and get it how I want. So honestly, that looks cool. It does. I can see that it is up higher. Impossible to say what a comfortable place is going to be. But let's put some things back on. So on this side, it's going to be the, what do you call that thing? Dropper lever, I guess, what you call it. I don't want to scuff up all these pretty graphics. Also, in case I don't like it and I want to return it. I don't want any problems. You know, this one is a clamp on, so I could just completely remove it. Well, it seems like I should be able to just kind of. It doesn't want to, though. There we go. And then the brake lever. Make sure we got the front one to go on this side. Yep. Slide that on. And then open up the new grips. And I'm just putting all this on loosely. I kind of just want to see how it all goes together. How's it going to look? How's it going to feel? And then tomorrow, I guess I'll be making a trip to the bike shop to get some spacers. And who knows what else I might discover I need. And I'm not worried about that coming off the end because I'm more than likely going to have to cut this short anyway. So I was experimenting a bit on this side with how to place the shifter and the brake lever, because I really want when I'm over here, I really want to be able to do just, I can't reach that side. Let's see, is that better? I really want to be able to get just one finger on the brake lever. And so I was moving it away from the grip so that my hand could be fully on the grip here, but I just want my finger, the one finger, to touch the brakes, the brake lever. So that leaves a pretty big gap there, which also pushes my the shifter is going to be moved around as well. So I was actually experimenting on putting it on either side to see which way was more comfortable and if it mattered. So that's something that I'm going to keep experimenting with as I figure out what the length is going to be here. And I think, no, I don't know. I'm going to put the brake on first. And then, ooh, doesn't want to reach with the, it's a wee bit short. Okay, we got it to stretch. So, then just trying out different things. Put this guy on here. And so, and I'll show you. It's got this, I think they call it like a waffle pattern. So right there, it's more textured and it's got these ridges. And then the top part is more flat and it feels great. And so if I have that like that, I want to be able to just grab here, but I also want to be able to get my shifter easily. So I don't know. Just trying to figure out which way works the best for that. It's actually, I was switch the order on them a bit. And I was just trying it both ways, see which way I liked better, because I can. Why not? And yeah, I kind of feel like that way might be getting that shifter a little too far away from my fingers to be able to, oops, that's the old grip. Where's the new one? There it is. And so if I'm here, yeah, my shifter is, it's really out of reach for my thumb. I have to come up a lot closer. So I'm gonna play with this a bit. And before I cut this cable any shorter, certainly before I cut the handlebars themselves, I'm gonna play with this, figure out exactly how I like it, get a spacer, and then I can cut things and dial it in. So probably do a part 2 of this to let you know how I get it, you know, maybe just a follow-up, show you how it looks, how it feels, what I think of the new handlebars. Yeah, we'll see. All right, thanks for watching. thanks for supporting us. We are just a few weeks away from our first group rides and mountain biking skills clinics and things like that. So I really appreciate all the donations, all the support. I should also add, I bought all this out of my own pocket. Your donations did not buy the stuff for my bike, although the dropper post was donated. But yeah, this is all me. But all these bikes over here that I've been going through and fixing, and we got a lot of them done. Still a lot more to go. Those are all thanks to your donations. We're able to get these and the parts, and now I'm just cranking them out. Got to do 5 a week to get done on time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Check out the links below, and I will see you guys in the next video.